Restart the intro. Two very important things to talk about. One, we're waiting for the FOMC meeting to complete. Jerome Powell speak at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Two, make sure to hit that like button, as always, while you're waiting when this intro plays. But we also have to talk about, before we get into XRP and the meeting and the expected 75 basis point rate hike, we need to talk about how the Comex Silver Reserve, which is the options for the futures market, at the pace that options are being turned in, or they're renewing their options, or they're turning them in to get their actual physical silver. My point is the silver reserve is less than, in my estimation, 7 months from running out if people continue to trade in their options for physical silver. That's a huge issue. So buy your physical silver, but we have a lot to talk about after this intro, but make sure to hit that like button. Welcome back. XRP Future Millionaire. It's 1:17 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Wednesday, November 2nd, 2022. This is a great way to start out by what I'm talking about. Comex deliverable silver far less than imagined, is 50% of eligible is not available. That means 50% of the Comex available stockpile isn't even there. It's unimaginable what's going on right now, and it's going on uncovered by most. So, eligible, registered, and deliverable. For anybody confused about the Comex eligible registered categories of inventories, join the club. Nearly everyone has been at one time confused by these terms. So here is a quick tutorial. So, eligible metal, just so everybody knows, eligible metal is metal that is acceptable for delivery against the contract, i.e. which meets the specifications of approved brands of the contract for which a warrant has not been issued. Registered metal is eligible metal for which a warrant has been issued. Comex warrants are classified as electronic documents of titled under the Uniform Commercial Code UCC and are issued by exchange-approved Comex depositories. Each warrant is registered at the exchange and linked to specific bars with identifiable and unique warrant numbers traceable to each Comex depository. Also, Comex depositories equal Comex-approved vaults equal Comex-approved warehouses. So, I wanted you to understand the definitions, but 50% less of the expected delivery is available right now. Like, it's unbelievable. It's not being talked about a lot, but I don't want to read through all of this. I really don't. But by the rate that it's even being put out, in terms of the overall Comex total of eligible silver reported on October 21st, 2022, this was 275,956,072 ounces. The registered silver inventory, which is at a 5-year low, was 38,134,406 ounces. The eligible silver total as reported by Comex was 265,956,073 ounces. Raw data from Comex, October 21st, 2022. That is not a lot of silver left. Comex is eligible with the 50% haircut. Registered silver inventory, 38,134,406. Eligible silver inventory ends up at 132,978,036 ounces instead of 265 million. Total silver inventory, instead of 304 million plus, it's 175 million and change of ounces of silver. This 171.1 million ounces is equivalent to 34,222 Comex 5,000 ounce silver contracts. And so on. Individual position limit of 3,000 contracts held by a bullion bank represents a massive 11.4% of a Comex deliverable supply, silver supply. So with the CFTC now instruct CME to lower Comex silver position limits again, so as it prevents single trading entities having too much influence over silver price discovery. So we need to pay attention to this, ladies and gentlemen. And this is one person that I would like to at least get their name out. And roughly the same amount of viewers on YouTube, but it's not crypto related. It's actually silver related, and it speaks to this exact thing I'm talking about. Give Rafi a follow. We'll go to his channel in just a sec.
Take out 50% of the eligible stockpile. We also see that in registered silver. The drain continues. We are down. Last week we were at 40. Now we are at 35.93. The drain continues, and it is continuing fast, and it is accelerating. Since silver squeeze, I think 100.
And you guys know, I have a certain way of thinking, and if somebody thinks the way I do and can see what I'm seeing, I consider them a very smart person. I reside to the same thinking of Robert Kiyosaki. If you think like I do, or you believe what I do, you're smart. If you don't, you're a jabroni. And that's only because I understand what's going on, and if you think the same way I do, we're both on the right track. I think like Robert Kiyosaki, Peter Schiff, Mike Maloney, and a lot of others. I think like Rafi Farber, the guy you're listening to right now, and that you're going to follow his channel on Finance Business. I believe it's called. I'll show you after.
120 million or 115 million or something like that ounces have been drained from the registered category. And we just had our recent step down of about 2 million more a few days ago. And this trend just keeps continuing because the price, the spot price is so depressed. So we have about 4 months left in the registered silver category. After that.
So he's saying 4 months. So he's even lower than I am. I'm thinking about 7. But I totally can see 4 months. I'm giving us the benefit of the doubt, which I probably shouldn't. So I don't want to show you all of this content. I would like you to see. And if you want to know what happens, I'm going to leave you on a cliffhanger. So you'll go over to the finance brief. The finance brief. And go watch Rafi. He has 15,500 subscribers. I am one of them. Oh my God, I don't have the notification on. Sue me. See, that's what I always tell you guys to do. That's why I only get part of his. So now I'll get all of his notifications supposedly. So go watch Rafi. I think he's really good at what he does. And go watch him over at the Finance Brief on YouTube. So right now we see the U.S. dollar currency index ahead of the FOMC meeting. The release of the, the meeting's going on, but in advance of the release of the Fed rate hikes, you got a little bit of a move up here by the dollar. Not much, but it's up to 111 spot. What was it? 556. It's come over the 200-day resistance. So we're going to see if this holds at 111 spot 38. If it does, we could have a further move up. But that remains to be seen. We're getting a bounce off the 20-day and the 2-hour, and we're trying to finish this bullish cross. So we're going to see if the U.S. dollar can continue to maintain bullishness here. If it does, crypto is going to end up breaking down. But it's very important for you to understand what I talked about with silver. But right now, XRP is up to 46.20. It's come back over this descending triangle pattern, which is the micro view. The macro is still, pay attention because I'll continue to repeat myself for the new ones. But you should understand, resistance, support, created a pattern. Now, your next time you should be buying in here. Don't buy the shit zone, ladies and gentlemen. That's the first shit zone. So then you'd either buy here, or if it comes up here for to short it, or if it came down here for the W to long it. It's that simple. So either this is coming down here for a short and then a long, or it's coming up here for a long, then a short. Unless it were to break out of either side or break down, you would back test, long it, short it. It's that simple. So buy the balls, not the bullshit. A lot of people will tell you to trade in all these different areas. I disagree, and if you don't like it, well, you know what? In my honest opinion, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to show you this the way you need to be heard so that you can understand it. This is the micro view of the market right here, ladies and gentlemen. If you look at it this way, this is micro. This is all shit you shouldn't worry about. Until this pattern is broke, we know we have a trading range right here down at 423 approximately and up at 55.85. So right now our trading range is between just about, what is this right here? About 42 cents. We're trading within 42 and 56 cents is our range right now. And then we'll see what happens. Right now we came down this time and we traded at 42.17. And now likely we should come up here to 53.75 when the pattern's ready. Or it's going to break back down, double bottom, and then bounce up. Or break down, double bottom, fails, and then it breaks through. That's the options right now. But I prefer to trade at the key points. One of those two spots. We didn't catch it here right now. We didn't catch it here. We didn't catch it here. And this is for leverage, people. And I don't like to talk leverage because it confuses everybody. But, or you buy for your long positions. Unless you're planning on holding it. These are still the danger areas because we don't know what the pattern's going to do. So pay attention to what I'm saying. Pay attention to what I said about silver. Make sure you hit that like button. My son's calling for me, so I have to cut this a little shorter than I planned. If you want to join me on any one of my crypto exchanges, especially MEXC right now, you don't need a KYC, no VPN, and no KYC. No spot fees either in the USA as well. There's no spot fees for anybody. But they have IOTA, they have Casper, they have HBAR, and they have a lot of others that I really like. They have XRP as well. I'm using them currently so that I can futures trade. That goes up to 200x. There's a lot of competitions going on right now. And then I have Uphold because mainly they have my DGB, they have XRP, XLM, they have it all in one place. They have a lot of shit on there. It's just higher spot fees. And then I also use BitGet, but they've made it harder for the ones in the USA. It's not, you're banned from registering in the USA with the USA IP address. And I don't condone using a VPN. Therefore, I found MEXC to bypass the bullshit that we now have with BitGet.